I am so tempted to make like a really confrontational, aggressive thumbnail for this video that says something like, glowing up is total bullshit, you stupid bitch. And it'll be like me, like, and I'll have like all these Photoshop cutouts of all these like kind of YouTube beauty gurus looking really pretty, like I'm so angry at them. I'm not actually going to do that. And I'm telling you that I'm not doing it because I want a little bit of credit for trying to be a good, actually positive person on the internet right now. Not that I never make thumbnails like that. I mean, I am a YouTuber. I do shake my ass for the algorithm occasionally. I'm going to put a link down to in the description again to this video because I really think everybody should watch it. It's a wonderful video by a girl named, I'm going to try to say her name right this time. It's Alivia. She was a very popular YouTuber, and she, some years ago when she stopped making videos, but she made this documentary that she posted a couple weeks ago that's been kind of making the rounds, called How Glowing Up Ruined My Life. On the surface, that video kind of seems like it's all about like the nature of getting attention on the internet and getting addicted to internet popularity, and it kind of is like that is a theme that she's touching on there, but ultimately it really is about getting down to like real true self-love and self-worth and like a real genuine place of acceptance. This idea of like having a glow up where you like, you know, transform yourself and you suddenly look really beautiful, and like just basically just taking a lot of interest in your physical appearance all at once as an effort to like make positive changes in your life and how it's this great life-changing thing. I'm not here to bash the idea. Certainly, the notion that when we look better, we act better, there is something to that. I'm not saying there is absolutely nothing to it. When I got divorced, girl, I was like hot little blonde bop. For a while, I was like really into like full face of makeup. I was like, you know, doing my eyebrows to like walk my kids to the bus stop for the first couple months that we lived in Delaware. Like, I just needed that in my life. I totally understand that. Like, I like makeup. I like the idea of it. And people who are seriously into makeup, like the real beauty queens on YouTube, God bless you. I really think makeup as an art form in itself is something really interesting and beautiful. I appreciate it the same way I appreciate, like, sculpture. Like, I can go to a museum and I can look at a Rodin and I can say, wow, that's beautiful, that's great, I'm really impressed by that and inspired with it. I don't want to like be a sculptor myself unless I'm making more tiny like little weird Fimo rainbows and clouds again. Have you seen that video I made? Like, I want to do more of that. Criticism of a lot of those videos is that it's all superficial and we shouldn't be focusing so much on looks. And don't we all actually know that? Can we be honest? We all look at the internet, we all look at social media, and we all know that there is way too much emphasis on image and the way we look. We all know that, right? But there's like a backlash to some of that I want to talk about as well, because I've been guilty of the opposite in my life. I run to the other extreme sometimes of getting like really judgmental about, you know, people who get plastic surgery or people who like, you know, put on a full face of makeup to go to the grocery store. We get like really judgy about that. And that's bullshit too. So before I get into this, I just want to like make it clear, I love me a strip lash myself. I love spray tans, I love glitter, I love Diet Coke. I am not saying that any of that is bad or making an argument against doing it, because I think the point is your look is for you. Dress for yourself. Dress a way that makes you feel good. Put on makeup or whatever you're going to put on your face that makes you feel good. And if you want to go out and inject yourself with a bunch of collagen because that's the look you want, girl, go ahead and do that and fuck anybody who tells you you shouldn't. We see somebody who's wearing all this makeup and we get insecure that we don't look like they do, and we feel like we need to defend ourselves about it by somehow attacking that person. Oh my God, can we just stop all of it? I'm not saying I know anything for sure. I just want to share my own experience. If you find it helpful, great. If you don't find it helpful, tell me to fuck off in the comments and move on, okay? But I want to share this. There's always one girl who leaves a comment that's like, you know what? People who look really pretty get more attention. They have more guys to pick from because guys pay attention. And when I used to be skinny and wear a lot of makeup, I got a lot of attention and my life was so much better. And now I gained some weight and I don't really look that good and my life isn't that great. So looks do matter. So fuck everybody who's saying looks don't matter, because that's just bullshit and that's not reality. There's always one girl leaving that comment. Sweetie, I love you so much and I just want to speak to you in particular for a moment. Nobody said looks don't matter. I don't think anybody anywhere who is out here advocating for us all loving ourselves and not caring so much what people think and working more on the inside than the outside, I don't think anybody out there advocating this has ever said looks don't matter. Certainly, having a certain look can get you some more attention. And don't we all love attention? I'm not saying there's anything bad about that. This lighting is, I'm here with my fancy ass camera filming right now, and the lighting might be so bad in this video, like you can't even tell I used my nice camera. Speaking of caring too much about how you look, certainly there are good things about it. There is absolutely something to the notion that, I know when I look better, when I feel like I'm looking better, I act better, and the world does respond to that. There is something great about that. But if you are still a woman who is sitting around feeling like I am not conventionally attractive and I do not have pretty privileges, so my life isn't as good as other people's and it's not fair and there's nothing you can tell me that's different, that's going to change that. It's not that it doesn't make any difference at all. It's just that it isn't everything. Having some kind of a transformation where you change everything about your aesthetic, what we need to understand is that they are just surface changes. They do not create true lasting transformation. They are temporary. One of the things that girl Alivia said in her video that is incredibly happy is that when we get too invested in the way we look and the way people respond to the way we look, it's not that caring about that stuff is bad, but when we get too invested in it, we are making our happiness about something that can be taken away from us. And that's what's fucked. That's what the problem is. That's why all of these kind of beauty things we do, and I'm air quoting beauty for a reason there, we're going to get to that. The glow up is cool, but you gotta understand that the glow up is temporary. Don't let there be an equal and opposite reaction to this. I look good now, I look hot, I've lost some weight, I've got my makeup, I've got my hair, all these people are paying attention to me, I look great and I feel great and that's awesome. You know what? You're not going to look that way forever. Nobody does. What's going to happen when you put on a little bit of weight, when you're not wearing your makeup, maybe your skin breaks out, maybe you go through a bad phase and your eyes are puffy and you're crying, right? You have to understand that surface changes are temporary. Doesn't mean they aren't good. It just means you can't rely on that for your sense of self-worth. And I think that's the problem is with this glowing up thing is we start looking good, we start feeling great, we start making all these posts on social media about how great we feel because we look really good. But then when we're not looking so good, we're not getting that attention, maybe the algorithm isn't feeding us, that takes all of that good feeling away. Girl, go do that stuff and feel great about it, but don't invest your damn personal sense of value about yourself into it, because it's not real transformation. And real transformation is what we're all seeking, right? I know I am tired of these kind of surface level changes that don't end up being permanent. I want some real ass change in my life, okay? I don't want to ever put down or pick on people who have a certain aesthetic that maybe is different from mine. I genuinely don't. I think those women are absolutely beautiful and they're great and they're doing their thing and I like what they're doing and I respect that hustle. But I gotta point out here that that sort of baddie aesthetic really refers to a very narrow concept of what beauty means. Bitch, what if I don't look like her? What if I fundamentally don't look like any of the people in those videos? What if that's not my aesthetic? I think a lot of us will look at that and be like, yeah, I'm not like that. Does that make me not beautiful? And we all talk this great talk about how, I don't need other people's approval and I don't need a man and I'm happy with myself the way I am. But deep down, we feel this weird insecurity because we can't meet up to those kind of beauty standards. Why is the word beauty synonymous with artificial? Nothing against collagen injections and fake lashes, okay? But why does the word beauty on social media literally just mean something fake that you attach to your body? Clearly, I am not a person who advocates being natural about everything all the time. Does this color look natural on me? Does it? Okay, but why is the idea of beauty why does it only mean making yourself look a way you don't naturally look? I just want to put that out there as a question, without getting argumentative and trying to tell people how they should and shouldn't look. So go on, girl, have your good, happy glow up. Just understand that it's a temporary thing to get you out of a rut. It's not going to solve or heal any of the deep down trauma or issues you have that you need to work on within yourself so you can love yourself. I could have made this like a 60-second video. That was really the only point I was making. I could use a little glowing up myself. I could use a little mascara once in a while. I could stand to get out of my pajamas in these videos more often. My hair is fire all the time, though. Confidence waxes and wanes. How you feel about your appearance changes from one day to the next, from 1 year to the next. The way you feel about your appearance can and should change. The amount of importance you place on your appearance will wax and wane depending on what's going on with your life and where you are. It's not that it doesn't matter, it just isn't everything. I see people in comment sections, a lot of younger women particularly, will say, well, you know what? People who wear makeup and look pretty all the time get more attention from guys, so then it is better to be that way. Why is it you want the attention of men, women, humans, whoever it is you seek attention from in this world? Why is it, stop for a minute and think about what is happening under the surface there. And it's not bad to want attention from people. By the way, I like me some attention too. I'm not saying that's bad. But think about what it is you're looking for the attention for. Do you want a whole bunch of guys in your life? Do you want that? Maybe you do. Do you want a relationship with one person? Then you kind of only need the attention of one of them, don't you? Just want to offer that to you. If your interest in like dating, flirting, going out to these bars, whatever, is just to get into a relationship, girl, you don't need the attention of like 90 people on social media. There's 8 billion people in this world. You don't, even if you want somebody to like you don't need all of them to like you. Just want to put that out there for you, honey. So I am not here today to say, stop thinking about your appearance and work on the inside instead. I'm not exactly saying that. I'm just saying when you are making surface improvements to yourself, your body, your face, your life, just keep in mind what the deeper intention behind said improvements is. And you don't have to have fake eyelashes and smooth, perfect hair and have a perfect BMI for people to find you attractive. When I'm feeling confident, when I'm in a mood where I am putting a, hey, talk to me or look at me or be around me vibe out there, when I'm feeling good about myself and I'm out in the world, I get plenty of attention. I do. And I'm telling you that because I just want you to know, do I look incredibly conventionally attractive to you? I mean, I'm not saying I think I'm bad looking, but I do not look like a chick on the cover of a magazine, okay? I get enough attention, and I think more of it has to do with the way I carry myself and my personality and the kind of person I am and how I portray myself. I'm not telling you to be more like me. The world would not be a better place if everyone was more like me. Can you imagine that? What would YouTube be like if every YouTuber was me? That would be some shit nobody would watch. Let's be honest. Let's always be honest. That's the time I'm here for. I have had a great time ranting with you and at you here on the internets today. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you're still watching this video, you obviously need to be subscribed. I'm going to collect my children from a playground and go get a smoothie. You don't care. I love you. Have a good night.